of the lesson. Okay, the types of socialization. Okay, now types of socialization. So socialization, okay, from my previous video I mentioned the importance of primary socialization, but always take into account that socialization is not only primary socialization but is also um, linked to the secondary socialization. What does it mean? It means that socialization is a never-ending process. It's a lifelong process. So it means that when you were small, okay, socialization happened. When you are now, me now, and until you die. So that's why we call it the cradle to the grave. Okay, socialization only stop until you die. Okay, sounds dramatic, right? But it's true. That's why we use the word a lifelong process. Okay, it keeps on. Okay, it keeps on. It's a never-ending process basically. Okay, now look at this one: primary socialization and secondary socialization. Primary is what happened at home. I emphasized this during my first and second video. What does it mean? So it means that this primary socialization is very crucial in order for you to be ready, to be equipped, to be part of the members of the society. Okay, if you still remember when you did before the school holiday, I assign you GH Meet, the I and the me. I assign you Kuli. I assign you Kaufman. I even assign you Blum. No, I didn't assign you that. So why? Why did I assign you that? Because I want you to understand that for sociologists, they believe that primary socialization is important. Okay, your behavior is shaped by your role model. For primary socialization, your role model, they are the significant others. Okay, the significant others, those who are related to you by blood. So GH Mead and Piaget, okay, highlighted the importance of primary socialization in order to shape you to become an effective members of society. Right. Gender role, for example, appropriate behavior according to your gender, you learn this through the process of socialization. Now, I want you to take note of this word, particularistic values. Particularistic values is value, okay, that your family, right? Yeah, particularistic value that your family believe that that's important, that need to be preserved, need to be practiced, need to be practiced by your family. So that is particularistic value. Particularistic value tend to be different if you compare to one family to another. Some family, in terms of curfew, very strict. Some family, the parents very lenient. Some parents, they are too westernized. Some parents, they are too traditional. Why? Because they have a particularistic value. It means that values that are particularly different in comparison to others. So we call that particularistic value. Whereas for secondary socialization, now we proceed to secondary socialization. This happen outside home. Okay, this happen or take place outside home, outside the family. So who will do this? Okay, we call them the generalized others. You don't relate it to them by blood. Okay, for example, your peer, your friends, teachers, for example, your colleague, for example, or artists, for example, yeah, the celebrities, for example, school, medias, peer group, religion, and even workplace. All these are what we call the generalized others. Okay, they are responsible in ensuring that socialization is transmitted. All right, so now change the highlighter. If you can see here, universalistic value. So in this society, okay, in for the secondary socialization, especially the society, they give you or they transmit you this kind of value. So what kind of value? For example, let's look at the school. Okay, our school, what value are we emphasizing? Merits, okay, talent, okay, ability, all right, your hard work. This is what we call universalistic value. It means that whichever school you go, these values will be their main, okay, concern. So universalistic value, it means that values that are required in every schools. Okay, it means that whichever school you go, they will value all this. Okay, another example of universalistic value is your certificate, your O level certificate. All right, your result, for example. So what do we see from this result, your O level result? We look at your grades, we look at your achievement. It applies to everyone. Those who sit for this O level, we look at this one. You are being assessed based on this one. So this is what we call universalistic value. Different school, different result, but you will be assessed based on the same thing. Universalistic value. Everywhere you go, you are being assessed based on the same thing. So that is in terms of school. Universalistic value. So it means that it can be applied to everyone. If the family cannot be applied to anyone. Different family, different lifestyle. Okay, but for the society or the bigger concept of society, it can be applicable to everyone. If you go to school, then that's the value. If you talk about religion, that's the value. So universalistic value. But at the same time, it can be particularistic value too, depending on who you are mingling with. Now, agencies of socialization. So I will mention this agencies. Why do we have to have these agencies? So interestingly, in sociology, we use the word agency. Why? Human being, they are organized in an orderly manner, and we call them agencies. So basically, according to sociologists, agencies are responsible in transmitting the norms, values, the culture of the society. Okay. This agency, they are responsible in transmitting what function? Socialization function, economic function, alright. Socialization function already, economic function already, stabilization of adult personality function. So it has several functions. One of the function is the socialization function. Who are responsible? The agencies of socialization. What are the agencies of socialization in the society? Number one, family. It can be primary and secondary. School and education system. Religion, media, and as well as peer group. Now guys, look at this one. This is a nuclear family. Can you see that? Is this normal or is it not normal? Okay. Some say it's normal, some say it's not normal. Who said it's normal? Who said it's not normal? When you say that, on what basis are you referring to? So when you think of this type of family, you are referring to your value, what you value, right? In school, for example, automatically when you come into the school, okay, you know that you have to have books, you have to have notes, you have to have laptop, you have to have pen, you have to communicate with others, you have to discuss. Why? That's the value, okay, that school, right, emphasize. So that's what we call universalistic value. It means that if you go to school, you are required to study, to achieve better grades. So what does it mean? It means universalistic value. Here, look at this one. Okay, this one, advertisement, social media, okay, shape your behavior, virtual identity. All right, you have virtual identity, TikTok, for example, social media like Facebook, IG, Twitter. So all this is what we call agencies of socialization. Media, all right, the society, and you can see this picture, how? Media, education system, the family, all right. And take note, according to some sociologists, media is the new opium of the masses. People feel that they are, all right, being in a state of consciousness, false state consciousness. Why? Because of the media. Media feed you with the information that you feel like you have to know, you have to constantly updated. So media is a new opium of the masses. But I will discuss further once we do media, inshallah. Alright, thank you very much guys. So I will assign you work, but hopefully you understand this. And after this video, we will have another video, and that video is on theory. That will be quite lengthy lah. So hopefully you will listen and make notes of this.